LVET is about facilitating access for local people to jobs, apprenticeships and higher education opportunities in digital tech, the creative sector and health and social care. And it does that by developing and building sustainable partnerships between employers and providers. We want to make sure that people in the east of London get to jobs and apprenticeships in their localities, and at the moment employers are often taking people from outside or graduates. So putting employers and providers together has been what the LVET project has been primarily about.
We're facing lots of challenges across the globe, lots of uncertainty. What we want to do is make sure that young people in East London are well prepared to actually face those challenges head on. They've got the right skills, they've got the right attributes, and a good way to make sure we're able to support that is to help the LVET project work with the colleges and make sure that the provision and the curriculum that they're developing really meets the needs of a changing labour market.
Colleges have been looking for ways to better engage with employers, to better meet their needs, to better understand those needs, and then to look at ways of saying, well, we're funded to work in this particular way, so how can we square this particular circle?
The LVET project enabled Barking and Dagenham to change the way it engages with employers by moving from quite a standard transactional relationship where we went to them with existing training courses to actually working with them on a more in-depth basis to really understand their needs and develop options for training that they really wanted.
What we've learned is that you need to really go out there, talk to them, see where they're working, have conversations over time, and to look at their needs as well as the needs of the college and to try and put those two together.
Most further education colleges are very tightly funded. They don't have money to experiment, so most of them, the money they get from government, they spend on delivering agreed outcomes with programs that they've been running for quite a long time. What's fascinating about LVET is it gives them the chance to do or try to do something different, to experiment outside the box of what they're normally funded to do. In all three of the sectors that were particularly targeted, so health and social care, digital and creative, you've got lots of self-employed people, you've got lots of micro businesses, and even the larger businesses don't have the capacity quite often to engage with FE colleges in a constructive way. So a large part of the LVET project has been helping employers to get to the point where they can work with in partnership with a further education college.
With the employers, one of the first questions we asked them was about employing apprentices. Though they were keen, they didn't feel they had the internal structure to support a young person. Taking that on board, we started to sort of rethink how we could work with the employers, so we went to see them a lot more often.
We have to be very flexible and creative in identifying those opportunities that are out there, so we can't go with a narrow focus. So I think it will inform the way in which we work going forward.
The FE sector is one where you can do very well against all of the metrics we are measured on without ever talking to an employer. So it does require real leadership and real commitment to make sure that all of our efforts in serving our students are going to create pathways for them to get into work.
It has given us the opportunity to network with colleagues from other colleges, and we have learned from their students, we have learned from their experience. Often we are so busy competing with each other, we lose on the value of the collaboration. And I think this project provided that playing field for us to come together and share all our skills and expertise.
I think the most interesting findings around LVET have been around the amount of effort it takes to get people from disadvantaged backgrounds to the threshold point where they've got any chance of getting some of these jobs, particularly in areas like creative and digital, where the normal mode of entry is graduate entry, and therefore people in FE colleges don't normally get through the door.
The message was, it isn't so much about technical skills, it's about attitudes and levels of preparedness from young learners to walk into these sort of apprenticeship positions and returning value to the business.
The project has opened our eyes to the potential out there, and we've all sort of gone, it's out there, we can make really good use of it for our students. And it's not just for the students, my staff have learnt from it, and their practice has been developed and they've got really enthusiastic.
LVET really has helped us to think very hard about the way in which we engage with employers and to focus very specifically on how we adapt our approach to get more out of them, which in turn enables us to do much better for our students.
We're always looking for an education provider that is willing to be flexible and willing to be a bit brave and to try something a little bit different. We've done a number of apprenticeships with Tower Hamlets. They've done props for us, they've done actually wigs, hair and makeup and scenic metalwork, and now they're doing the scenic paint frame one for us. They've been very flexible in trying to make the core learning of the apprenticeship fit in with all of those different departments and contextualise them.
I think that true collaboration takes a very long time because it's built on trust and it's built on knowledge about the other partner and what they want. Now that involves face-to-face dialogue, it involves visits to places, it involves people both partners, in this case colleges and employers, wanting to be part of that relationship.
It really needs to be a two-way street. Employers and colleges need to work in partnership to co-create or co-deliver skills. In essence, that's what an apprenticeship system is. But it will take a lot of time, a lot of effort and a lot of money to get us to where most other developed countries are on that.